Hey guys, what is the crack, and welcome back to the Monkey Garage YouTube channel. My name's Evan, and on today's episode we're going to be discussing the 5 reasons that you should buy a 350Z right now before it's too late. Let's go. Number 1, the price. The price of the 350Z has been on a steady decline for a while now. They were no way expensive at time of release, boasting features such as Bose sound systems, heated seats, leather seats, the whole lot. Since the time of its release, there's been different variation model drops of the car. The DE model, which is the one that me and Lucas own. Then there is also the UpRev model. You kind of want to stay away from that one. It's just kind of a middle ground there. And then there is the high rev model, which is the newer model that people like Adam LZ and his crew all run. And even later than that, they brought out the 370Z, which is the 3.7 liter V6, which is the newer model essentially of that. And then obviously the 400Z, which everyone's heard about. So yeah, there's that one too. However, after watching the 350Z for such a long time now and kind of watching the price, it was one of the first drift cars that me and Lucas even looked into. We were actually considering at the time to kind of go together and buy one, but the model that we looked at just wasn't that great. Let's be honest, it was kind of a piece of shit. So we just kind of held off and just waited. Well, I've been keeping my eyes on them for years, and the price has finally kind of bottomed out. Not necessarily in Ireland now, to be fair. The prices in Ireland are still quite steep in comparison to the prices in the UK, but the prices in the UK are basically at an all-time low. So if I could recommend anything, I would say that with the price as it is, if you can afford it, now is the time to buy in. I honestly cannot see them go any lower. And if Ireland is any indication of it, the prices in Ireland have been steadily going up with the increase of people actually wanting to use them as drift cars like me and Lucas. With some people in Ireland even asking for €18,000. How do I know that? I've actually spoke to the guy. But yeah, so up to 18 grand for the 350Z in Ireland, and that was a DE model that I was looking at, which is frankly insane. Now is the time to stop thinking and just empty your wallet and buy a 350Z. You can thank me later by hitting that subscribe button. Well, you can thank me now by hitting the subscribe button. I'll take it, I don't mind, no big deal. Speaking of subscribing, if you see a little red button down there, please go and hit it. It means you're not subscribed to the channel and you're not getting notifications for when we release new videos. If you're enjoying the content so far, please do hit that button before you go any further. It really helps us out. We're a very small channel, and as you can see in the background, there's an awesome video there on the channel of me getting my 350 or my GT86 wrapped satin metallic blue. So please do check that out. The link for that will be in the pop-out banner. Before we go on with the video, I just want to show you guys some of the merchandise that we've been working on in the background. So we obviously have the hoodies that you guys have been seeing in the last few videos. Very cool, the Zebros hoodie. We also have the Zebros t-shirts. We're doing hats with the Monkey Garage logo on them, beanies and stickers. So if you'd love to support us and show us some love, we're very small. We're literally just doing this so we can get our brand out there and get more of you guys wearing our stuff at events such as the track days, even just like any kind of event, car meets, stuff like that. So if you'd like to support us, the link will be in the description box below, and it'll be in the top pinned comment, so it should make it very easy. Just click that link and then check out our stuff. We're very excited to announce it, and we hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, before I waffle on too much, back to the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. See ya. That brings us on to point number 2, the aftermarket scene. Like so many Japanese cars on the market, there is a plethora of aftermarket parts that you can buy for the 350Z. Basically, it ends up like the GT86. They're all the same when they come out of the factory, but everybody modifies them differently, so you always have unique 350Zs no matter what. Even if they're just side by side, they're always different. In just my short time of owning a 350Z, I've seen just countless awesome places across Europe and the USA that just create parts for the 350Z, which is absolutely amazing. Some places I know would be places like Z1 Motorsport in the US, FDF Race Shop, We also have Tarmac Sports, GKTech. The kit I have seen from all these companies and more have been absolutely incredible for whatever you're doing with the 350Z. If you're taking it on the road, if you're tracking it, or if you're doing both, there's like a perfect middle ground there as well of awesome parts that you could purchase all from these companies. They also have a 5x114.3 lug pattern for the wheels, so you can basically put on any wheel from basically any Japanese car, which makes buying secondhand wheels like I did so much easier, so much better, and I would highly recommend it. It's very affordable, and if you're into just doing a little bit of refurbishment yourself, it is very easy to do, and it looks great. I won't lie, I'm partial to a nice set of Japan racing wheels, so they might be coming in the future. So if you want to see them on the 350, make sure to hit subscribe, and you might see that happening very, very soon on the channel. But yeah, absolutely huge aftermarket scene. And yeah, basically, if you want to hear some plans about my 350Z, drop a comment down below and let me know that you want to see that, and I will make that video, and I'll tell you guys what I plan to do with the car over the next little while that I own it. The next while that I own it, not a little while. Think positive. Okay, that brings me on to point number 3. So point number 3 is the cheap tax. These cars are heading for their classic status very fast. The closer you get to the classic status in cars, especially popular cars like the 350Z, the more the price kind of skyrockets for them. If you look at cars like the Subaru Impreza and cars like that, the prices as they approach their classic status just increase exponentially. For an example for you guys, when you live in Ireland and the car passes 30 years old, what happens then is that you can apply for cheap tax, which is a €55 tax, which is absolutely crazy compared to the 1,500 or 1,800 euro tax that they're currently asking us for the 350Zs. And just for a bit of context, the tax on the GT86 is, I believe, 750 or 790, in and around that region, for a 2-litre flat 4 non-turbo engine. So yeah, so €55 would be absolutely amazing. Kind of wish my GT86 was €55 tax. That'd be great. So basically, when a car hits 30 years old and it's a sports car like this one, it literally becomes like gold dust. So if you look back a few years ago at like the 1.8 ESXs, the GTRs, the GTTs, all cars like that, the prices were pretty decent for a fair while, but as soon as the classic tax came in on them cars, the fucking price just went boom through the roof. It's absolutely crazy. So if you're interested, make sure to buy a 350Z now. That's my recommendation. And let's move on to point number 4. So point number 4, reliability. The VQ engines on the 350Z are known for their reliability. Even the weakest 350Z engine of the lot, the DE model one, can still take forced induction up until 400 horsepower without needing any forged internals, any forged pistons, anything changed on the internals whatsoever. That's just 1/4 of the gains on a stock block, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Personally though, I think stick with the stock internals on the 350Z, especially for if you're drifting or something like that. It leads to less variables that can go wrong and break and cause problems for you down the line. So if you're just looking for something to bash on all the time and drift, I would say just kind of leave it stock, and the 300 horsepower in it is just more than enough. But I will say, if you are considering boosting, I would highly recommend spending the extra bit of money and go for the high rev model. The high rev model can rev way further up, and you can get much more power out of the car before actually forging the engine. So yeah, it's the more you know, really. Okay, so let me tell you a little story about reliability of these cars. So in Ireland, there's this experience called the Drift Games Experience. And basically they have a drift school in Mondello Park, and it's 4 or 6, I can't remember, excuse me, 4 or 6 350Zs. So these 350Zs take so many passengers almost every week, or every single event, and they just get bashed. They're literally like pure learner drivers, learning how to drift in these cars, kicking the clutch, pulling the handbrake, everything. These cars have been going for years, and according to the guys, they've barely broke anything. They just keep on going. It's truly incredible. Like, I would say, if they're using them as school cars, they must be great to drive, which they are, I would agree, and they must be insanely reliable to save down on the cash. so they can make more money and more profit from it. That's just called business. If you're interested in the Drift Games experience or anything like that, please do check out our video. So it should be linked in the pop-out banner above, and then you will get to see what goes on in the events and see the cars that I'm talking about. If dogging a car at a drift school every single day doesn't scream reliability, I don't know what does, basically. Let me move on to point number 5, the hype. So essentially, with the hype train rolling out on the 400Z's imminent release, the popularity of the 350Z is increasing exponentially. You can kind of see it on Instagram and social medias and stuff like that. You'll see a lot more 350Zs getting a lot more love now with the expansion of Nissan's line of the Z cars. So people are starting to open their eyes to the 350Z again, and how amazing quality it is, how great at driving it is. With it looking like the 400Z won't be coming to Europe, people are gonna look for their Z fix. They're gonna look for their fix of Z power. So a lot more people are gonna be like, well, look, if the 400Z isn't coming to Europe or Ireland or the UK, well, what am I gonna do? I really want a Z car. Boom. People are going to be starting to snatch up all of the 350s and the 370s. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? Basically, they're leaving a gap in the market for the Zs that we're not getting them. So yeah, so basically, once the 400Z is released and you start seeing your favorite YouTubers like Adam LZ and TJ Hunt and the likes of them going and buying them and modifying them, the uptick in people actually giving a shit about Z cars is going to go skyrocket up. So you could just see the price going up from here. So if I could actually give any recommendation, purely that's why I'm making this video, it would be make sure you go and pick one up now if you're considering one. Don't sit on it, don't wait, don't delay. You have to go pick one up now. And because people can't have the new 400Z, and especially even if it did come here, it's out of a lot of people's budgets. Because people can't have the new one, they'll go with what can fit their budget. More people then want it, because a lot more people are buying it. Then the less there is on the market, the higher the price goes. You kind of see where I'm going with this here. And that's my list of the 5 reasons why you should buy a 350Z right now. Do you agree with me? Let me know in the comment section below if you think that the prices of the 350Z are going to increase, because I can almost guarantee it will. I'll have a debate with you in the comments. I don't give a shit. Go on. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to go down and drop a like. It means a lot. And if, like I said earlier, if there's a big red button down below and you haven't hit it, please do consider pressing it. It's free of charge for you, and if I annoy you in the future and you're not interested anymore, you can always just unsubscribe. 93% of people who watch the videos unfortunately do not hit that subscribe button, so I kind of plead to you, please do go down and hit that button. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.